Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Flora if you're new here, and today we're going to be doing another protective hairstyle on my daughter's hair, so stay tuned. It is going to be a simple cornrow updo with extensions added at the end. So with using the usual products: Can2 cream for moisturizing, growth oil for oiling the scalp, shining gem for making the parts clean, and I don't show my shea butter mix here, but I use it to seal in the moisture. So we begin by parting the hair in 2 equal parts from ear to ear. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos from me. And when you do, don't forget to click the notification bell so that you will get notifications each time I upload, which is usually every Sunday. So I begin by oiling the scalp. I always do this when I first install the style. I massage the growth oil into the scalp, and then I will do this again every 3 days while the style is installed. After that, I apply the leave-in cream, which I showed you earlier, the Can2 leave-in cream, and then I follow with my whipped shea butter mix for sealing in the moisture. This ensures that the hair will stay moisturized for a longer time, at least 3 days or 4 days before I have to moisturize again. You don't want to allow your hair to dry out when you have a style on. That's why I always try to do styles where I'm gonna still have access to my hair and I can spritz it with water and moisturize it even when the hairstyle is on, right? So this is going to be a simple cornrow updo, and we're going to add extensions at the end so that these girls can have their long ponytails, which they've been bugging me about for the longest time now. I don't like using extensions to braid their hair because I've noticed that each time I do that, they tend to have bumps on their scalp, especially around the edges. And it bugs me because these bumps over time they cause thinning of the hair. You know what? I just noticed it, and I stopped using any extensions. I always just do protective style using their hair alone. But you know, sometimes you just have to give in and do what they want. So I'm comfortable doing this style because I'm going to add extensions at the end. The extensions will not be touching their scalp, so I hope there's not going to be any problems. I hope not. So I'm doing cornrows because I really would have done a flat twist, but I don't know how to flat twist extensions. The weird thing, like flat twist extensions, especially when it's like expression, you know, the braiding chemical on hair. I don't know how to twist it. Mine always comes unraveled, so that's why I couldn't do flat twist, because then it would have looked odd to do flat twist on the hair and then add the extensions and do a braid. So I had to do cornrows, right? I don't really like, I prefer flat twist to cornrows, to be honest, when you're just doing the hair, or when you're using Marley hair, for example, that afro type extensions, because for me it's easier to twist that. And flat twists are also easier to take down, easier to do, easier to take down. Whereas with cornrows, I find that they are a little bit, you have to be a little bit more careful when you're taking them down, or you might cause breakage, but I do cornrows when I have to do them, like in this case, right? You see how she keeps trying to look? I put a mirror in front of this girl, and that was the biggest mistake ever, because she was like monitoring what I was doing, and she wasn't happy at this point because she didn't see me adding the extensions in, and she's like, it's not long, mom. And I'm like, I'm going to add the extensions at the end, jeez, calm down. She wasn't looking happy, and I thought that it would be easier for me to finish the cornrows and then add the extensions at the end, but I don't know if that was actually the best way to do it though. So at some point during the process, she fell asleep, right? And I was like, go take a nap and I'll start on your sister's hair so that when you're done with your nap, we'll continue. And Madame is like, nope, finish my hair right now. And she's not looking happy because she's looking at the mirror and she's not seeing any extensions. I said I was gonna add extensions later and she wasn't pleased. So at this point I honestly started regretting why I put a mirror in front of this girl, because I'm like, I'm being questioned, you know. I don't like to be questioned as a stylist. Just let me do my job, man. I'm just gonna become like those braiders that when they're doing your hair, they don't want you to look in the mirror. They don't want you to feel it to see how far they've gone. They don't want you to see anything except when they're done, then they show you the final result, and you either like it or you don't, right? I was seriously gonna become that person. Anyway, so when I started adding the extensions, she was much relieved. You can see she's looking like, okay, it's starting to give what it's supposed to give, right? I'm going to put a link in the description box, or I don't know, put a video right here if I figure it out, to show you how you add the extensions to the end of the cornrow. So basically you just do it the way you do knotless braids, how you add it in sections. You add the first part, braid, add the second one, braid, and add the third part. So it's just like when you're doing knotless braids, you know, adding in and braiding. I'm gonna put the video here so you can refer to it in case you don't know how to do this. But this is quite a good compromise to, you know, not using extensions in your child's actual hair, right? Like on the scalp, you don't want extensions to touch the scalp. So when we're done with the first part, she's looking pleased. At this point, she's like, okay, she's convinced that I know what I'm doing, right? And then when we go to braid the bottom part, she starts acting up. She's like, I'm tired. I'm like, I told you to go take a nap. I told you. This is for those people in the comments that are always telling me like, your girls are so well behaved. They love when, you know, they're always so calm. And oh well, that's because I edit out all the parts where they give me a tough time, right? But anyway, they're nice for the most part. They're nice. They love to get their hair done. Yeah, the girls love to get their hair done. So for the most part, they behave themselves. And when you're braiding when you're doing the cornrows on the back section, always remember to have the person bend their head before you start the cornrow, so that when you're done and they want to stretch their head, they won't feel pain. I've seen it happen where, you know, the person doesn't bend their head, and then once you finish braiding, they can barely stretch their neck, you know. And this applies, you know, for adults as well. You have to be really careful with when you're starting the cornrows at the back. So we're almost done. I'm really relieved at this point, but I know I have to do it again for her sister. So it's never over till it's over. Also, when we're done, she's all smiles. She's like, this is what I wanted. Thank you, mommy. Oh my god, you would think after the many times that I've done their hair, they can trust me, like mommy's going to deliver, right? And when we finish, I'm just going to dip the braids, the ends, into hot water just to make it a little bit more flexible, because you can see it's a little bit stiff there. And then that's it. Of course, be careful when you're dipping the ends, especially when you're dealing with kids, because you just never know. They might make a sudden movement and then you find yourself rushing to the ER. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you do subscribe and like the video and share with your friends, and that you come back to watch more tutorials. I'm all for protective styling and rocking a natural hair in all its glory. So please do come again, and see you next time. Bye bye.